Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to episode 12 of The Adventure Continues, a Star Trek discussion, a show where every other Saturday we take one specific episode from one specific series, whether it be the original series, the animated series, Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager, as in tonight's case, or Star Trek Enterprise, or one of the feature films, the 10 feature films from the Rick Berman and Gene Roddenberry era, and we watch and discuss those episodes live with you. And of course, we're all invited to join us as we watch and discuss these episodes. As the Cosme link is pinned to the top of the chat. But tonight we are talking about Voyager's premiere. It premiered back on Monday, January 16th of 1995 on the then fledgling United Paramount Network, which abbreviated is UPN, which eventually merged with Warner Brothers' own network, the WB, to become the CW. Voyager ran for 7 seasons on UPN as its flagship show, and with Caretaker, I've got to say this: of the premiere episodes, this one feels more like a movie compared to what we saw with Encounter at Farpoint, what we saw with Emissary, or saw with what where no man saw before. Of course, when you also look at it from this perspective of the spin-offs, again, Voyager just has that more cinematic feel. I don't know why, but it has a lot to do with the cinematography and direction that the actors were given during the episode. Of course, there was also behind the scenes controversy with the show as far as who was originally playing the role of Captain Janeway. Of course, how Kate Mulgrew actually came into the role of Captain Janeway. But tonight, on this particular episode of The Event Continues, we are going to finally look back at the show. And of course, I know we're also probably going to bring up some things that might have, irritated us a little bit as the show went on. But for Voyager and for this episode in particular, it was one hell of a way to start. But I'm not going to be doing this alone. As a matter of fact, I have a pattern lock on two human life forms, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in. Please welcome to the panel this evening, anti-derivative Jill, and also Baron Ormontat.
Yo.
Jill, how are you doing today?
Oh, wonderful. Ready to talk about some real Star Trek today.
Talk about it, react to it as we're watching it. I mean, it we're at the same point that fans of the original series when Star Trek celebrated its 30th anniversary back in '96 with Star Trek Voyager. For all of us who were able to see Voyager on its premiere night, I mean, let me just ask you both this: what were your feelings going into Voyager?
I'll let you go first, Jill.
I I didn't see it when it first came out, but when I finally did get around to it, I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was probably the silliest of the original Star Trek run that I had gotten up to that point. When it's at its best, it's like the Odyssey, but sometimes it's a little more like Lost in Space or Gilligan's Island. And I mean that in the best possible way because it has a very similar premise in terms of being lost, trying to get home, and it just every chance that they actually have to get home, it always gets spoiled in some way. Or Janeway just decides, we're just gonna stay here, like in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
They always seem to have that carrot dangling in front of them. Here's a way back to the Alpha Quadrant. You're 70,000 light years away from Federation space. Here's your carrot. Oh,
Yeah, and the theme song is so great. It is one of the best, I would say, next to the original.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well, yeah, considering who you had doing it, Goldsmith came back and did it. So yeah.
And to answer your question, Jill, I've been having a problem with my voice mod app, so I probably won't be speaking too much tonight, but I'll try to get my points in because it's been acting up a lot lately.
Well, I hope you don't take that as a note not to
No,
speak.
no,
I wanna hear
no,
what you
no,
have to
no.
say. Definitely.
It's just frustrating with the app. I'm trying to work with it as best I can.
Mhm. Don't
Understood.
worry,
Well,
Joe. I was
you
tormenting
sound
him
alright.
about it before the show, so
Oh, okay,
you
just
don't have.
wondering if you were aware.
Oh, any chance I can get to jump on him about stuff? I'm there. For me though, what did I think before the episode actually aired? Um, I thought it was a ridiculous premise. I looked at it going, you're just doing Lost in space. I know how this series is going to go. It's going to be one of those, just like you said, Mike, and even you, Jill. Every week they either have a chance to go home, but it gets snatched away, or not every week, but it just seems that way. It is a very frustrating formula to have because after a while, you just don't care. Oh, are they back yet? Oh, okay, who cares? Because it's like, oh, you almost got it. Oh, you almost got it. And even when Q, as the series went along, offered, she goes, "No, I don't want to go back." It's like, it's like that would have been just the perfect opportunity. It's just, what is it? Your hubris, your pride. So those were the big as the show went along. Um, it was kind of vindicating my opinion about it. I mean, it wasn't the fact of having their Star Trek show and doing it on a ship that's smaller than the Enterprise D. I like that idea. Something about the size of the original Connie. Um, but I could see the premise just wearing out fast. And if they were more creative over there, and I'm going to take my swipe at those guys, if they were a little bit more creative, that they could have probably found a way to get them back sooner, and maybe have another wormhole of some sort that they could travel back to the quadrant and do more exploring, and maybe a couple others. But they'd be the ones that would be leading the forefront to it because they're the ones that were there first. Well, not technically first, because as we found out, there are a few other feds that made it out that way.
Need
Well,
But
another
that, that,
stable
that
wormhole like the Gamma Quadrant wormhole?
yeah, mm-hmm.
well, see, that was an idea that I had too, where they get back to the Alpha Quadrant, but they're not close enough to Federation space. They still have a ways to go, but at least they're almost there.
Mm-hmm. They can actually communicate.
Well, we do get to the point where we can communicate with the Alpha Quadrant, but that's thanks to Barkley. And
Yeah.
it takes a while for us to get there.
Yeah,
That crazy Barkley. Oh, hi, Lady Miss.
and of course, there's Voyager's 100th episode. They use quantum slipstream drive. They get back to the Alpha Quadrant, but
Mm-hmm.
ladies and gentlemen, and I do apologize for the issues with the Cosme link tonight. I don't know what's going on with Cosme, but if everybody's ready and you're in Cosme, I'm going to go ahead and hit play on the episode.
Right.
Are there? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and this is their Star Wars open.
Right, it's fun. It's,
Mm-hmm.
hey, the Maquis, they're outlaws.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is they're doing a Star Wars open. You have the crawling of the screen, and then the Empire going after the rebels.
Except the Empire are good now? I like the concept of Maki learning to work with the Starfleet crew, though. It
Oh yeah.
just didn't last too long.
Mhm. They could have done something more with a little bit of that strain.
And of course, the first three characters we're introduced to are Lana, Chakotay, and Tuvok.
Hmm.
Yes, and of course, Tuvok is not really part of the Maquis.
Hmm.
I do
I
like the
have the
teamwork,
power.
despite since two of them are former Starfleet, even though B'Elanna got kicked out of school, but she's sort of Starfleet. They
Hmm.
have really great teamwork.
Hmm.
And of course, this is the redress of the runabout set.
Hmm. No, I mean it is a older Federation ship. So
Yeah, but I was just saying how they would commonly redress bridge sets and
mhm,
also the runabout set to
mhm,
work as something else. And
yep. Can you find something, Mister Tuvok? I ain't found. I'm sorry, I just can't help but get that out of my mind. Yeah, there we
well,
go. Kim is on it.
that's the thing. Before fans got familiar with him on Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and even Voyager, he's more famous for being a part of Spaceballs as part of the crew that was combing the sand and saying, "We ain't found shit."
Yeah, it was a great line. It was, he had that great line in there. Just one line. It was one of the most memorable lines.
I also honestly loved all the technobabble because it actually had meaning and comes back later in the story
Hmm.
because of how we learn that the caretaker uses those Tetrion beams.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I'm going to beam in one other guest.
Oh boy.
Welcome, Cash.
Thank you.
He's our
Hello.
Tuvok. Sorry, he's our not Tuvok. He's our
Absolutely not.
Neelix. He's our Neelix. He was out getting some food for us to feed the crew.
Right, sure.
And of course, Voyager's main theme is written and conducted by Jerry Goldsmith.
Hmm.
It's
You know,
beautiful, as is the fly through of space.
hmm
It's been a while, Jill. I hope you've been well.
Oh yeah, I've been great. How are you?
And I'm
Pretty
going to welcome someone else in too.
what?
Yes, I am. I didn't know if he was going to be available for tonight. And
Mm. It's it's interesting because the Star Trek II series back in the 70s was supposed to be the flagship for the Paramount network back then. That didn't come to
mhm.
fruition. Uh,
And let me,
okay. Oh, he's gone. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. And now here we have this show doing that. There he is.
welcome, Stephen.
Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, God.
How are you doing, brother?
Sure, this one wasn't the Neelix.
No, I'm not Neelix. No, not at all.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
no,
welcome.
Cash. Cash is Neelix. He was the one that was out doing some shopping.
Yeah, I'm definitely Paris.
Oh, so
Although,
you're
if you've seen
Just
the
not as
episode
handsome.
First Duty, you know who he was supposed to be.
Hmm.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
that from
I don't-
First Duty, yeah. That guy.
I don't know why they didn't just follow through with that character, but
Their excuse was they didn't want to pay royalties to the writers, but some fans have pointed out that the same writers who wrote the episode First Duty continue to work with Star Trek through
Mm-hmm.
Space9 and Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. I hate her
Yeah.
hair in the early episodes. I cannot stand that man bun.
Yeah.
But they
What you got there?
they basically give Tom Paris the same background as Nicholas
Mhm.
Locarno, as the
Yeah.
guy who covered up for an accident.
Well, he's technically this series is Thomas Riker, if you really want to put it down there, except without the twin.
Right.
That's why I look at him too. I think if there wasn't Bolano, though, he wouldn't have the arc he did.
I
Mhm.
think Lana and Tom getting together was actually a good thing.
Yeah, especially when she was having her moments with what was it, Ponfar? Ponfar's Vulcan, I think. I got it wrong.
Mhm.
It's the Klingon one.
She was going through the Day of Honor stuff. A
The
hard
blood
time
right
about it.
rituals and all that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. I still don't understand why Star Trek always had a fascination with one-piece outfits, man. It's always looking like pajamas.
I mean, especially when it came to Next Generation, DS9, and Voyager.
Hey,
Just having-
Yeah.
I really wish TNG went more with the leather jackets that they gave Picard and started giving more of those captain jackets and that style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have the nicer looking captain's jacket for the captain, but then also have
Nerd.
other versions
Nerd.
for
Well,
the senior officers. And
nerd.
Nerd.
Well, I mean,
Ah.
at least in the third season of Next Generation, they did go to a two-piece uniform for the main cast.
They did.
Mhm.
I think
Because the other ones were killing.
DS9 was
The
the
staff.
transition, right? Because they had to change the outfits due to the Star Trek TNG movies.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
in the middle of the 5th season they actually switched over.
Give them shoulder pads and shit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, the old shuttlecrafts, too. Oh,
hmm
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a shuttlecraft model used on Next Gen. All
See,
they did
that's-
was change the
that's-
registry number.
But the brilliance right here is that we just saw DS9, Voyager, and we've also had TNG with DS9. So the interlinking of all three series is great.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is.
Oh, here's his Riker. Yeah.
Yeah, he's flirting with her. But he
Yes,
also
I
learns
did.
that
Sorry, go ahead. The last of the Star Treks.
yeah, well, basically,
I'm sorry, 90s to 2010s. I'm not including Enterprise. Like Star Trek hasn't been the same.
I include Enterprise.
I was indifferent to it. It had its place, but
Archer is still a kick-ass captain. I don't care what anybody says.
he can be a kick-ass captain, but Cisco beats all of them. I'm sorry.
I
Mhm.
love Cisco
Oh, yeah.
too,
Not
man.
Captain
Cisco's a
Kirk.
great captain. There's no doubt about that.
Nobody
Yeah.
beats Kirk.
It's like you don't get this type of emotional value just with the ship porn right here, right? You don't get this.
No, you don't.
Right.
I mean,
Well, what they tried to do to set Voyager apart was to give it bioneural circuitry, and so now it's
Yeah.
got.
And the gel packs as well, right? That's where they got the infection
it.
the one time and they started dying across the ship.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, Neelix's cheese made the
Oh,
ship
yeah.
sick.
Or when the oversized what is it? Mitochondrians start floating around trying to suck people's blood. Quark.
Yep.
I
Always.
love man.
which is a nice
Morn.
way to pass on the torch too. I've been considering
Nah.
No.
they're-
Armin Schuman's participation in Next Generation, and then redeeming the Ferengi on DS9, and Art becoming one of the beloved characters of that series. And
this
Well,
the-
sure. I'm sorry.
No, but I was gonna say I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry, but it's like the generation and stuff like this with Trek and like from the original TNG, this DS9 is that it still maintained the values of what like cable TV was. what families were at the same
Right.
time too. It had that dynamic, and you see the stuff now, and it's not in that same particular origin. It's so displaced and disconnected. It's almost sad in a way. You know what I mean?
Well, they don't care about things that should always matter in Trek, but
That's true.
Right.
Yeah, like
Oh.
capitalism. Ferengi, Ensign Kim was warned about the sales tactics, but what he wasn't taught about were their diplomatic expertise, and that's what Quark uses here to try to manipulate Kim. So that was pretty clever.
Yeah, Harry Cram had a lot of arcs.
Mhm.
But
Well,
But
let's
he's-
not forget when there was a duplicate Voyager, we got a replacement Harry Kim from that
Mhm.
Voyager.
And
you
he never
see that
gets-
what single pip? See that single pip to Harry? That's all you're ever going to see.
Yeah, he never gets promoted, and apparently, I hear at cons he gets teased and everybody throws pips at him. He likes it though. I think he's very good natured about it.
Oh yeah. So. Yeah.
And of course, there is a later season episode where some of these characters were introduced to make a return because of a temporal conundrum.
Mhm. Which was the New Zealand penal colony. He doesn't have much of a bedside manner.
Well, and it doesn't improve too much either. And don't get too attached to a lot of the
Yeah.
characters right now.
Oh no. Oh, puppies.
Well, this is how Q knows to give her puppies later. I mentioned Q earlier.
Mm-hmm.
John Delancey and
Makes
Kate Mulgrew are good friends.
Yep.
That's cool.
Which is why she really wanted them to be on the show. But I still wonder what would have been like if they had Lindsay Wagner, who was
You
on the
always
show
bring that
first.
up. I mean, that could work, man. I could see that working, dude. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Lord knows the first one didn't. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Still funny to me that Sarah Silverman was on an episode of Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, think about
It's a good
the.
episode, though. I like it still. I mean, she's a whatever, but
But Barry, you called Tom and Harry Tweedledee and Tweedledum, but think about the friendship that they developed. As a
good point.
Oh yeah, exactly. Which that was kind of.
Can't believe we have a prisoner on here.
Yeah, he
That's
doesn't like
exactly how
Paris
it's-
either.
Nobody likes Paris. Except for Harry.
Oh yeah, she doesn't like to be called sir or.
She doesn't like to be called
Right.
sir or ma'am. She prefers to be called
Yes.
captain.
I'll get her pronouns right.
Oh God, I'm out. I'm out.
Oh, come on.
Rank nouns. Rank nouns. That's what they are.
It's not ma'am, it's captain. Little did they know it would be the last great Trek.
How could any of us have known 30 years ago?
Well, yeah, back then we
Well-
were totally spoiled with way too much Star Trek, and then it was gone.
Then yeah, that was
as I
a
said, I think Enterprise
thing.
is still a good show. I think probably Voyager is better, but I mean,
Oh, he's still here.
that's right.
Hey, if you
No,
like
you're gonna-
Enterprise, like I'm not crapping on it. Don't take me personally.
No, it's not. I just think Archer was a quality captain, but yeah, Sisko's really good too. There's been some
s-
quality captains. It's
You
just
saw the end of Enterprise, right? Where
Mhm.
Swiggy gets him back to his own timeline out of the temporal Cold War.
There was some wacky
Sorry.
stuff
when
with
Ziggy
with
gets him
Enterprise.
back.
I just don't. I think Enterprise is a good series. I don't think it's a great series, but I do
Yeah.
think Archer is a quality captain.
Why can I not have that quantum leak joke that Al and Ziggy showed up and brought him back?
Dude, it's been
correct.
I've
correct-
only watched some of the original Quantum Leap. I don't know if I've seen that episode.
No, there isn't. But since Archer was the meaning of quantum leap, it's funny that after the temporal
It
Cold
is.
Wars, Al and Ziggy brought him back
Yeah,
I got you.
instead
It's
of
a
a
joke.
hologram. Instead of a hologram brought to you by Riker.
Well,
you got to forgive him.
I
Fats.
didn't. I haven't watched all of.
He's led a sheltered life.
original.
He thinks Friends is a great show.
Oh, boy,
Friends
here
is
we
not
go.
bad.
Thank you.
I didn't watch it until like maybe 5-6 years ago.
Don't listen to Baron. He's got some opinions.
No, I'm
It's
serious.
just-
I just watched Breaking Bad for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly, man. Some of this stuff I hadn't watched Babylon 5 until recently. So.
All right, I'm out.
Mhm,
Well,
mhm.
I
You
like
out?
Yeah.
I like
Go ahead.
Quantum Leap.
Me too.
I might talk about it tonight, actually.
The new one
Yeah.
wasn't bad, but it wasn't like fantastic.
I heard it was just a procedural, and it really didn't feel like Quantum Leap.
Well, I mean, they brought back shows like Magnum PI, and they made Higgins a woman. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it's like this show. They made the captain a woman. How dare they? How woke can you
What are you,
go?
what are you talking about? Look at Kevin Smith's He-Man. They made Teal look like
Oh,
Dean from the Venture
God.
Brothers.
Oh boy, yes. Watching that first season. Of,
And Tim, you've got a point. They should have taken a break after Voyager because even near the end of Voyager, the stories weren't A+ material.
No, it was a lot of close-ups of tight 7 of 9 outfits and her butt.
Yeah.
And then things would happen. But, everyone
Mhm.
was staring at 7 of 9's butt.
Mhm.
You're not wrong, Steve.
well, of course, Kate was jealous of 7 to 9, which whatever. Jerry Ryan, I get it. They brought her
Kate,
on,
Kate
but
fell in love with hologram
whatever.
programs. It's almost the same.
Right.
There was even
get pregnant. Come on.
I mean, there was even problems with between her and Jennifer Lean. I don't understand, which is
Who's Lena?
caused her leave.
Jennifer Lane.
Oh, like Cass?
Cass.
Thank heavens for that.
Well, Cass was the cute kind. No wonder she got another problem.
Well, again, it wasn't really a great concept. Oh, we're going to have a character who is basically going to die at the end of the series of old age.
That's we talking about the viewers.
Yeah, and then having Neelix, have a relationship with the child.
Yeah.
It's so gross. I know she ages faster, but she doesn't have experience.
Unlike previous Starship models, Voyager was the first to actually have photos of the set in the window.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen if only one of the nacelles went up and they just go around in a circle and warp.
What would happen is there'd be severe damage.
Yeah, but would they go in a circle? Why would you run after it? You were already holding on. You were there.
It's
He was
like,
he was
it's
there
panic
and
mode. It's
He's like,
panic
that
mode,
looks
man.
like a safer spot. Oh, look, it failed.
It's panic mode.
And he didn't get hit by anything. The bright light made him freeze in spot. He was like, shit, they got my picture. Finally, Paris can take over. Yeah, the Doctor was good in this too, the EMH, until he turned into an asshole online.
Wow.
I try to separate the actor from the character.
I do
It
too.
if I
gets
can.
it gets
Different
hard
time,
though
but
at
it's
times
like-
still. I mean, the Trek things are all about you want to hear about Voyager and whatever from the crew or the cast members, and then they start talking about their bullshit politics. It's like people shouldn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, especially when they do it at a convention. That's the worst.
That people are paying for. People shouldn't have to pay to hear that crap.
Yeah, a lot of the Voyager crew just died.
You know, Harry kind of looks like Shemp back there with his hair messed up like that.
I know what you're talking about.
I have this CD somewhere, and it was a demo shareware CD from one of the PC mags, and it literally had the virtual walkthrough of the Enterprise. Where you can
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. It was. I mean, I got the CD-ROM for that somewhere. So packed away.
I mean, this
But
was
it's for
also
Macintosh.
back when there weren't as many channels, so people would be watching stuff like Voyager. There's some, but
no, we
I don't
had
know.
like
Was this
Space,
early
Disney Channel.
2000s?
Yeah, we had this. No, we had combo cable packages like Sci-Fi.
Yeah, you got to give Jake Cataway credit too for the music score. I remember when the CD for Caretaker came out, I snagged it up because I just loved the orchestration of the music episode.
Hey, she got her hair all cleaned up in the middle of this emergency. That's good.
Yeah,
At least she's
didn't
got
you
her
see her?
priorities.
Didn't you see her rearrange it as she's walking down the corridor?
All
No,
right,
I didn't
Doctor.
actually.
No.
Of course, his
Yeah,
bedside
man.
manner is not much better.
It was very exciting seeing the. This is my favorite character, the Doctor.
He's a
He's my
great
favorite.
character, I think. Yes,
And
his attitude about stuff and things is great.
but Janeway isn't too bad in this episode. She, like you said, she could fix her hair and the warp core breach at the same time.
Well, see, no, I'm glad you brought that up, Bill, because I actually had a discussion with a friend of mine after we had seen this episode, and then a few years ago, he brought it up again, saying, "Why did Janeway leave the bridge and go down to engineering?" I said, "You remember the episode where 7 and 9 was following Captain Braxton different periods of time, trying to stop Voyager? Well, one of those times was before Voyager actually launched, and Janeway was on board the ship at that time, so he would know more about some of the newer systems than some of the crew members. In my view, that's why she went down to engineering in this episode.
I think so too, but also she was a science officer before this, so it makes sense she knows some of this stuff.
Yeah. It's well, I mean, it's the middle of an emergency, and that's where the big emergency is. Warp core breach can make ship go boom.
And with the chief engineer gone, somebody has to be a leader.
Don't forget, Robert Picardo was the coach in Wonder Years, and he was also in Total Recall.
He was also in The Howling, the original one.
And of course, Robert Duncan McNeil was in the Masters of the Universe movie.
Yep.
Courtney Cox.
Also,
That movie still has its charm here and there.
Oh, it does.
It's funny. The best scenes, of course, Baron, are on Eternia.
Always. Yes.
Yes.
He's also Robert Duncan McNeil's also in an episode of the Twilight Zone, the newer one in color.
Is that
Mhm.
any good? I've watched some of the old series, but I've never.
Some
sat
of it
down
is
and
good.
watched Is it okay?
Some of it.
I trust
Yeah.
your opinion on it.
A couple. Yeah,
Why are they
some of
all
it.
clean and none of them
Not all of
have damage or dirt on them from the
Mm.
That's something that's always bugged me. They were just
There's
whisked
the
away
transporter
from
cleaning stuff
Voyager.
There's
as
no
well?
way they would have gotten that clean. Yeah, you all are right.
Unless the caretaker was messing with them.
They're all dirty,
Yeah.
dirty
Cleaner.
officers.
Yeah, the caretaker cleaned them
They
up.
were
for the
Martinized on the
party.
way there.
That's kind of the
I have
fun
a
with
good old
having.
fashioned hoedown.
Yeah, that's the kind of the fun with having an
Mhm.
alien being that's more advanced is that they can just do anything and we won't understand what's happened.
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
they think the crew's from the bayou.
It's like, no, this is not the Cisco family.
So, does everybody on the panel have some favorite episodes of Voyager that they like, or do they just feel like, it's a good show, but I'm not. There's nothing
I haven't watched
magical.
enough to have a favorite.
I haven't either, but long
Right.
time.
Same here. I was never really much of a, like I said, I kind of tuned out because it got boring for me fast with the, with the Lost in Space thing.
Okay.
But this pilot is probably it. This is, because it was a great pilot.
I love the episode with the dinosaurs.
God, I'm trying to remember that one.
You're talking about the dinosaurs that turned the Voyager into a battlefield? Or
No,
the fact that dinosaurs
no.
left Earth and they made homemade planet somewhere else in the Delta?
Yes, and they all had this religion that completely obliterated their past. And there's this one dinosaur who's trying to bring back
Huh.
knowledge of Earth, and it's a really
I'll have
fun.
to find that one again.
Yeah, I got that confused with the Hirogen.
Yeah, there's of course
Mhm.
episodes on
Netflix,
Ion,
including cancel.
Ion,
Tubi.
Well, Pluto.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pluto.
Yes. H and the Heroes and Icons one I think has Voyager, that channel. Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would
when you
say
mentioned-
Threshold jokingly,
That's
but
what
I
I
know
meant to
what
say.
kind of reaction.
Oh, I hate Threshold. It ruins Warp Drive.
I'd say it's the one where Paris and Janeway turned into salamanders.
I don't know any fan that really likes that episode.
No.
And like you
Oh.
said, Jill, it ruins the idea of transwarp drive.
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's Honey.
I like when that girl is all over Paris and Kim says it's just a hologram. And Paris says, no reason to be rude.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have ourselves a good old-fashioned lynching.
They're not in the Alpha budget anymore.
Yeah, my guess is if they ate the food and drink, they would have passed out and they would have been able to take them to the science chamber to be tested on genetically without any fight.
Welcome to the Matrix.
They had to stick needles into their stomachs.
When I watched first time back in '95, that part made me go, "Oh my god!" But now watching it, it's like, oh, but
Yeah.
Yeah, after your third or fourth rabies shots, it's like, oh, old hat. Hey, be happy you had that. Our aliens used to use probes in certain places. Oh, there's still some left. Oh, no, they got all returned.
Oh,
Except for Kim.
We lost Kim. Oh,
no, it's not going to be all rosy for Chakotay yet. For a surprise.
put down your weapons.
That all depends on you're waiting for an answer to come on. We'll see.
Yeah, Chakotay.
It's too bad that Chakotay got shafted.
Yeah, he got shafted
On.
big time.
Hey, Redstone.
Yeah.
hey, Redson.
Mm-hmm. It's like, who's missing? Instant Kim. Okay, let's keep going.
It's okay.
Pretty much, he got forgotten when it came to getting the promotion.
Let's check the roster. It's fine.
Yeah. We're not missing anybody.
What about Ensign? We're not missing anybody.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, Tom
I
already
want to
likes
chew bubble
Harry
gum and
'cause
kick ass. Mm-hmm.
It's already a friendship brewing.
yeah, 'cause Tom said that maybe people are telling you to stay away, maybe you should, and he said, "I don't let other people make my friends for me."
Mm-hmm.
Hey ass fucking phaser rifle is that?
It's
Compression
a
phaser
compression.
rifle, and I was just going to ask,
Mhm.
what do you think of that design compared to the one that we saw on First Contact?
Hey.
Know about the probing I was talking about earlier? That I told. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Cast was the Deanna Troy of Voyager.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
But some, if you want to watch the episode with us, I have the Cosby link over on the Rumble site.
Oh, yeah. And of course, the other thing that really turned me off of Voyager was their pick of the main enemy that they had for a while.
Kazon, yeah.
In their
Oh man.
yeah, it's like, yeah. Well, you just imagine like the street gangs in space, and that's what we got here. It's like,
Well, that's what they said in the special preview for the show is when they had interviews with Rick Berman and Michael Piller and Judy Taylor. That's what they described them as street gangs of the 20th century.
Yeah, didn't they almost call them Crips and Bloods?
they should have.
Would have surprised me if they were thinking that.
I don't know, Baron.
To be honest.
When I watched Voyager, I think it was usually with my brother, and that was like years ago when it was first on. Like I enjoyed the show. I didn't mind Janeway, but it wasn't something that really stayed with me like something like watching The Wrath of Khan or some of that other stuff. It just didn't for me personally. But yeah, I didn't mind the show. I liked some of the episodes. I did enjoy the show overall, but it just didn't make me have that feeling like when I watch Wrath of Khan or Star Trek 4.
Well, when it came to either watching new episodes of Voyager or new episodes of Deep Space Nine, I always went to Deep Space Nine first.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's that quarter Klingon in her.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I like Janeway quite a bit, but the actress is an insufferable cunt.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, the fifth planet.
Not that fifth planet.
Ooh.
It's just too bad that Paramount doesn't want to take the time to release both Deep Space Nine and Voyager.
I don't understand is why they never introduced a laptop that looked like a Star Trek desk computer.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
It would have.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there no tablets looking like Star Trek?
Or at least something they put on your tablet that will make it look like a.
Mm. Mm. Well, that's a good thing because he would probably have lost it.
Yeah, it's pretty clever that Tuvok can maintain being a Vulcan, but still be sort of confidant to Janeway here.
Yes.
Good balance.
Well, it's only logical. That's it. Give it a nerve pinch.
And it's nice to see proper.
I mean, honestly, the one that actually did save the show was 7 of 9, just as they expected it to, but they're using the wrong methods too.
Oh, yeah, 7 of 9 is cool.
Just
What
say-
they did with Jerry
Well-
Ryan and 7 of 9, of course, in season 3 of Picard, as I like to always call it, I don't
Mhm.
understand that one. I just don't, Baron. I never.
It,
will.
it's the voice mod app.
Well,
I don't want to be. It's been acting up.
Mhm. Debris.
Hi, Panda
Debris.
Wannabe.
Because
Oh no! Get away from the debris. You don't want to look at it.
This is what we don't want to look at coming up here.
Andy sounds a lot like Fat Steven. Well, tell him. All right.
I'm sure Fat Steven really like to hear.
I don't know if that's a compliment,
would
man.
be
Do you really
happy to
want to
hear
be
that.
related to another weird streamer? Shit.
We're all weird.
Why does Neelix look like he came out of the undiscovered country?
Mhm.
They could have gotten
Yeah.
ideas from the undiscovered country because I believe it was Michael Westmore that worked on some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Oh,
he did.
doesn't he have similar feet to Dax from that movie?
What?
Well,
Remember
Well,
Truman Dax from the undiscovered country when they found the gravity boots? They were doing their investigation.
yep.
And Spock pointed to
Hmm.
Truman Dax's feet when Chekhov was interrogating him.
yeah, I remember.
Hmm. Well, you got to remember the Star Trek way of doing aliens. Put some bumps on the head, put some spots on them, and send them out. Make them lame. You know?
Thanks, Michael Westmore.
Even so, you look at some of the makeup done on current Star Trek series and compare it to what Michael Westmore did, and you got to give Michael Westmore credit for coming up with the techniques and
Yeah.
that he came up with. And
Give him credit for almost everything, except for why did he make the Kazon look like they're from Dragon Ball Z?
I always thought they looked like
I always
they
thought,
look like Klingons on crack.
I was
That's what
going to say,
thought
I
they
always
looked
thought they looked like discount club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kmart
discount.
Klingons. I've heard that before.
Oh no! Now it's Timu. Maybe those are the ones that were doing the singing in Strange New Worlds. It wasn't Klingons; it was Kazons.
No, he is not a Fraggle. That is, don't insult Fraggles. No.
Yeah, sure. Talk to the guy who's going to be melded into another guy in the near future.
Tuvix.
Kept around. And
Justice for Tuvix.
Nah, that's okay.
Like it came off the set of Babylon 5.
Yeah. Zathras.
Yeah.
Zathras, not Zath.
Neelix, no. You are not the one. Neelix knows the one. You are the one that was, you are the one that will be, and you are the one that robbed me.
Oh, man.
Neelix knows.
And of course, Tuvok suggests he have a bath, which is a nice way of telling him that he stinks.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. You stink. I thought it was Kim Jong-un.
No.
there.
Baron.
One wild night at Studio 54, and they don't remember anything, and they got these strange growths on them. Okay.
I was gonna say that's what happens when you drink too much
Yeah.
Romulan ale or clean on blood wine. Take your choice.
What happens on Ryza stays on Ryza.
Shut up, jackass. Uh-huh.
100 guests.
Sounds like a great place, right, Mike? Great place.
Oh yeah, a great place where I have a growth growing on my wrist and on my chest.
Oh, we just tried to procreate with you, but it's not really working out too well.
So you guys were at Ryza? Is that what you said?
Is it freezing?
No, that's exactly what happened.
Hey, look, they're masked.
Matte painting, beautiful.
Nah, it's just a
The warming,
bottle.
the warming, Baron. The warming. Yeah.
They got wounds on them. Put your masks on.
Matt Artist, Stromberg at Illusion Arts.
Yeah, that's
Need
one
that.
thing that Star Trek heavily used.
One of my
Beautiful
favorite
matte
things.
painting.
Yeah. All the way back to the 66.
Good matte painting will stir the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they're actually eating there? Oatmeal.
Oh, I thought that was their flaming hog balls.
If it's at least edible, I guess.
Yeah, well, define.
I don't feel like those HDT.
Mhm. Mhm.
Austin has gone on to pick up.
Yeah, it did. Well, that's a fine howdy to do.
The caretaker knows all. Shut up.
Mhm.
Uh,
No, we could skip this scene, right?
Nope.
I was kidding
Unfortunately,
anyway,
we all have to.
I think something similar would happen anytime anybody gets a replicator the first time.
Mr. Vulcan.
I guess in that particular quarters, it's not sunflowers.
Yeah, maybe somebody can show him how to use a sonic shower next time.
I mean, this is the first time we've seen a crew member of Genesis. They go into Deanna's quarters and being turned into a fish, and he's in a tub.
Yeah, that was
And
weird though
scrub.
because Deanna acted like she didn't like the beard, but she'd kissed it before.
Mm-hmm.
That was silly.
Ooh, extinct. It's not possible, but it's not impossible. Yeah. No uniform for you.
Can't get a standard Starfleet issue uniform because he's not a Starfleet officer.
Hello, green screen.
So he makes the loudest outfit possible.
Oh, look, we're on the set of Screamers. This is Mars.
O'Neill's got his pimp suit now.
When you're going to negotiate deals, you got to look your best. Very refreshing. I've had to do that sometimes.
I understand that the Compans don't have water because their world is damaged by the caretaker. But can't the Kazon go somewhere else and find some water? Is it really that scarce of a resource in the Delta Quadrant?
Sure they could. They have more. First planet.
Let's face it, they're not the most intelligent, which makes me wonder how can they be a spacefaring people? I mean, the Packlids have more common sense.
They at least know who to abduct to keep things going.
It's a shame what's happened to Jennifer. over the years.
Whoa.
Wow.
Sorry, my mouse hit the soundboard.
Oh, and good job, Neelix, telling the Kazon about the replicators. They're going to be after that for a while now.
hmm Yeah. Yeah. Our open my garage door.
Of course,
Wait.
that weapon
You
that
can't-
Neelix
wait.
has looks like a repaint of a Type 1 phaser.
Wait. But if he's not allowed to have a uniform, how the fuck did he get a comm badge?
He was issued one.
But why would he be issued one?
Just
'Cause he's
communication
something
is, yeah. Yeah, it's still okay to be able to communicate.
Okay, that's weird. I wouldn't give him right away. When was the last time you saw a guest automatically get a comm badge, though? Think about it.
Mhm.
None of them.
Got a point.
None of them get no. When have you ever seen a guest get his comm badge? Never.
But see, Neelix isn't a guest. Neelix,
Because right now, he hasn't asked to be on the ship yet. He is still
Yeah.
a visitor.
So it won't print off a uniform, but it'll print off a comm badge. Is that what the replicator will do?
Well, you have to earn the uniform. I don't see why you have to earn the telephone.
This stuff's called Kush. I got Kush for you.
Don't worry, nobody will ever have to dig at all. No digging necessary.
well, that is one of the reasons why everybody on the away team has a comm badge.
Yes, agreed,
For luck.
Padawannabe.
His future nurse.
And in fact, that's the only time I ever like Kess is when she's doing that, when she's working with the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Because at least she's not being weird with Neelix or something.
Yeah.
You just find her character annoying, Jill.
Yeah, yeah. Unless she's with the doctor, pretty much. Oh, I did think her exit was okay, but then she came back and that was awful.
I'm told where to go all the time. Yeah, I'm just going to have to say I'm having some problems with my internet again here. It keeps
Again?
on squeezing everything up. Yeah.
Dude. Ah, crap.
It's probably watching something and all the other stuff. So I don't know. I got to figure out what's wrong with my internet. So
I hate when tech
wait.
doesn't work the way it's supposed to, man. The way it's supposed to. Oh.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that.
As always.
Yeah, no worries. But you got Fats here. He can take my spot.
Well, hold on. I can pause it.
Steve.
I can pause it,
You can
and if
pause
you want
it,
to
he
try to
said,
leave,
so, yeah.
pause me and come back in. Try it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, no, it's everything, including StreamYards. So I mean, cache was breaking up and all that, and it wasn't. It's my internet. There's something like I said. I got to figure out and get down to the bottom of what the f is going on.
You need an Ethernet cable.
Might.
Yeah. Probably. I'm starting to think that, but okay, yeah. But yeah, my apologies. I think it's because I'm running, one video and of course StreamYards, and I think the long suffering is streaming something out there, so that's doing it. So I don't know. I have to figure out what the heck. It's just thinking word.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what's up.
With your signal repeaters, is there an Ethernet cable back? Reason why?
Well, you can hook up an Ethernet. I just don't have this long.
They depend on where it was at. To plug that into it, and then plug it into the back of your computer. That might help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to try to figure it out. That's right. So my apologies, everybody, but enjoy watching Caretaker. Like I said, this is the best pilot that they came out with. Just a slight above Emissary, and because Emissary was a darn good one too. So, but I'm going to bid my adieu to everybody.
Not a fan of
And
the
you all have a
space
good night.
jellyfish.
See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Have a good night, bro.
You have a good one, Baron.
Have a good one, Baron.
Okay. You take care, Jill. Take care, Bats.
This isn't a bad concept. I do like this. This feels very TOS of a very advanced species messing around where they shouldn't be messing around, destroying a planet, and then oh no, they feel bad about it, so they try to help the civilization, but then that civilization becomes dependent upon their technology and regresses from how much they've evolved because of being taken care of. Brain and brain. What's brain?
Mm-hmm.
So I do understand Kess as that kind of character who breaks away from her society, who wants to be different and learn and not be held back by the technology that the caretaker's given to let everybody just live without actually living. She's still calling him Starfleet, and he asked for her name. And that's how we find out she was in Starfleet Academy and didn't make it too far. She got kicked out. Oh, I think eventually we find out why she got kicked out. She was fighting, right? She was like
Something like
punched somebody out.
It's that temper. Like clean on the side.
I like how the caretaker invented the escalator. Oh, yes. And Tuvok realizes the caretaker's dying. Yeah, the caretaker doesn't just let the Go-Compans out because he thinks that'll be their instant death. So by closing the conduits, he thinks they'll at least survive for 5 years with the extra energy he gave them.
And maybe in that 5 years they'll find a way to sustain themselves.
Yeah, eventually they'll have to learn how to take care of themselves if they want to survive. And I don't know, we never really get any indication about that, do we? Because we fly away from this area pretty quick. That's exactly what a friend would say.
Yep. But it's good banter.
It is. No one's ever tested that.
Why would they?
Well, there's got to be a way to test it without actually testing it on your own skin.
Oh, we saw that there was vegetation in the community. They could have taken a stick and brought it with them and stick against the force field. And
Oh, that's why they don't have to dig. They have phasers. Oh. Apparently, Harry Kim, or actually Garrett Wong, was very sick the day they filmed, and in a scene where he was supposed to be dying anyway, so it worked out.
Shit.
He
man,
even said, "Hey, this is perfect."
I was gonna say that could have worked out any better for that particular scene. Okay, you're supposed to be dying, so you don't feel that well. I don't feel well anyway, so not a problem.
You eating?
Oh
Sounded like you were eating. I'm sorry.
no, it's my voice mod app that I use when I stream. It's acting up, so I'm cutting in and out.
I thought you were eating.
That's a bad joke, Paris.
Yeah, it is. Even back then, it was.
Even back then, that's bad. I don't, because obviously he doesn't really believe Chakotay is a changeling.
No.
And that develops. I love how that develops, and that's funny here. But he eventually learns how to control himself.
Given
Yeah.
the algorithm in order to do that.
Yeah, he has to reprogram himself, and he does. He goes beyond his programming, which they say quite a bit. We're Kazon. We're mad. We're gonna hurt you. I hate the Kazon.
Janeway to say, can we do this as civilized people? No, the Kazon are anything but civilized.
They don't even have honor. Like people say, you know, Timu Klingons, but they're not even. They don't. They'll kill each other at the drop of a hat. But for whatever reason, that Kazon ship is really packing a bit of a wallop this first encounter. What exactly is he working on now? The procreation didn't work. He's he's just gonna die now. He already closed the conduits. What else was there to do? Apparently, the second caretaker that he's talking about was urged to be added or something. Paramount asked them to give the series a little bit of hope. And so that's why he's like, "Oh, there's another caretaker you might find."
Let me ask you this.
Oh man, I wish I could have heard that question. I can't hear it.
Let me ask you this. We meet the second caretaker, the second season of Voyager. Do you think they should have saved it for the final episode? It was the caretaker that brought
No.
Voyager to the Delta Quadrant, and then the caretaker that returns them to the Alpha.
No, they are no. I don't think it would have. It might have been, yeah, but I think they were too far gone to realize that.
They were too far gone to do what? If they found the second caretaker, they could send them home. I
Didn't
don't
they
see why
find
not.
another caretaker and she was pissed off that he's dead?
Yeah, they found the second
Oh,
one.
right. You're
second
right.
season.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's true. They did. And what
Yeah.
was the question exactly?
I was saying that you think they should have saved the second caretaker until the final season of Voyager, and have it be that it was the caretaker that brought him in the first season. Well, it's the caretaker that's going to send him home in the
That would
last
have been
episode
neat.
of the
I
last
would have
season.
liked that because what they did was make it all about the Borg. But I think it would have been more poetic to have it be the caretaker to send him home. But I guess they just went with the angry trope, and so she's upset.
Yeah.
Using the Maquis ship to destroy the Kazon ship's pretty cool. But also,
Yeah.
it
It adds to the problem. The problem of being able to send Voyager back.
it does, because it damages the array. But they weren't convincing. They weren't convincing the caretaker to send him home anyway. They were set. He was still setting it to self destruct, and this just keeps it from being able to self destruct. It damages that system, leaving the option in Janeway's hands rather than the caretaker's.
That's all that remains of the character.
Can add it to a rock collection. So my main problem with this episode is why couldn't they put a timer on those explosives? Why did they
They
have to
coulda
be hit?
They could have, because we know that they can time the photon torpedoes to detonate at a certain time. They should be able to do it with the Tribe Cobalt devices.
Right. So they could set it up for timed explosives and use a ray to get home, and then it'll be destroyed before the Kazon can figure it out because the Kazon are stupid and they would never find the charges in time. But then we wouldn't have Voyager. But then we wouldn't have a show. They'd go home.
True, but you know, like Baron said in the beginning, send Voyager back, but it reaches the edge of the Delta Quadrant into the Alpha Quadrant. They still have a ways to go before they got home.
Hmm. But not 75 years.
No.
That being said, I do agree with Janeway that it doesn't violate the Prime Directive because the Caretaker already did that. The Caretaker already did that when he disturbed the compass normal growth by destroying their planet and then taking care of them.
Of course, in that line of dialogue, there we find out what Tom's middle name was.
Eugene.
Mm-hmm. And I've never been able to confirm this, but I'd like to think that that's Rick Berman, Barry Taylor, and Michael Pillar's way of honoring Gene Roddenberry.
I could see that. It makes sense to me. We're leaving this part of space for a while. Your guiding won't really last that long.
No. I mean, one of the things that fans like myself, talking with friends at the time, was we knew that at some point Voyager would run into the Borg, but then it just became overkill.
Well, the Borg were scary at first, but over
Mhm.
time they became less so, especially in the series. When you get Borg babies. Aki put on those uniforms pretty quick.
Mhm.
That's odd though, because I'd imagine not every member of the Maquis is Starfleet.
No, I would believe so. And there would be civilians who heard about the raw deal that the Federation citizens got with the demilitarized zone and decided to join up.
Yes.
Is he eating?
No, I get Sorry, it's the voice mod app.
No, I'm just messing with you, bro. I'm just messing with you. Space, the final frontier. These
But
are not the voyages.
they're the voyages of the Voyager Enterprise. Its continuing mission to find more energy.
More 7 of 9S.
The best kind,
Mo-
man. The best kind, though. But
More weird types of fruit.
But let me ask you all,
No.
with it being 30 years later and having just watched the episode, do you have any different thoughts about it compared to what you thought about it when you first premiered?
Yeah, I want to go back 30 years where the times were good. Yeah,
right.
yeah. That's all I got. Is like I want to go back to the 90s.
Yeah, I mean the early 2000s. There was still some really good
90s to
stuff going on.
2010. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Then things started shifting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much my own criticism. They have their own statement in time.
Mm-hmm.
But unless we get back to that type of formula, we're never going to have Star Trek again.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got to take baby steps and then go from there. But because there's a lot to fix. Other people will tell you no, there isn't. It's like, well, whatever you want to believe. But
I'd be pretty happy if we say that Secret Hideout had its chance, and let's let other production companies figure this out.
yeah,
Because Secret Hideout failed entirely.
yeah.
It needs to be in the hands of people who understand Star Trek, what it's
I
about,
think Voyager's.
want to
Yeah.
continue its legacy.
I think Voyager and Enterprise, and it was funny. I watched some old episodes of Enterprise recently, and I was like, "Yeah, this is kind of weird." There was some weird stuff going on some jungle planet or whatever. I can't remember what episode it was. I'm like, I forgot about some of this goofy stuff. But still, I mean, I don't know. The shift with Trek now is just it's a mess. So. I still think Voyager is worth watching. I still think Enterprise is worth watching, but I think you can still get a lot out of these shows, especially something like Voyager. But I can understand the criticism, listening to you guys about it. So,
Not being mean.
no,
Oh,
it's not bad. It's fine. I mean, it's good. I'm glad people are critical about this stuff. You can't just give it a pass just because.
But that's why I wanted to do these streams to point
Mhm.
out the good episodes
Yeah.
that we've seen before, what Star Trek could still be, and also take a look at some of the episodes that may not be highly regarded, like "Move Along Home." It's a good episode up until the very end.
Yeah, and we've seen that before, Mike, where
Move Along Home is a good episode. What in the flip?
Until the very end.
No, actually, Move Along Home is awful from the beginning. If you look at when Kira is doing the hopscotch, it looks like her entire soul has left her body. If you just stare into her eyes. Move Along Home is not like I like the idea of meeting you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but the production value of it is just bad. And the idea, actually, the way that they actually performed things, people screaming, it was. I did not like that episode.
I didn't like it when I first saw it either, Jill. But then, upon subsequent viewings, like I said, up until the end, where they're told that Cisco, Dax, Bashir, and Kira were never in any real danger, like, then what's the point?
Right. That's what we talked about when we watched the episode. Where's the I hate when there's a TV show, a game or whatever. It's like they set it up where this should be an actual dangerous situation and then it doesn't become that. It's really annoying.
That's
Yeah,
akin to saying it was all a dream.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can look at it that way.
No, the whole episode is bad because I like the idea of exploring other other creatures, other beings in the Gamma Quadrant, but these were one note aliens. All they do is, oh, we play games, and that's our entire personality.
And we never see them as far as the Dominion's concerned. And but Voyager, for all its flaws, it does have some good episodes, and Caretaker is one of them.
Yeah, I do like this episode, but the whole thing where the Maquis and Starfleet get together and work together sooner rather than later. There's a little bit of tension in a few of the upcoming episodes, but that dissipates quickly, and I think that's pretty much why they lose Ronald D. Moore, because he wanted to do something a little grittier, and he went off to go make Battlestar Galactica.
Well, also one of his negatives against the series was away from Federation space, so they can't go to a starbase to fly, go to a dock to repair. So he wanted to see episodes where Voyager was battered, dinged, and needed repair. And the only time we ever see that really is Fear of Hell Part 1 and 2.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, and that's why Voyager has an infinite amount of photon torpedoes and shuttlecraft.
Mhm. It's people are even against the idea of Voyager building the Delta Flyer. Not once,
Yeah,
but twice. Devoting
well,
all the resources that were left on Voyager to build another shuttle crew.
he was pretty right on that. I wish they would have listened to him a bit more, and Voyager would have been even better. I'd like Voyager, but it could have been better.
There were
Yep.
things that the writers could have done. So
Mm,
it was one of those shows where they had to make sure that everything was squeaky clean in the next episode. As far as our complement of torpedoes, don't worry about it. They replicate themselves anyway.
yeah, but then they complain about not being able to use the replicator, and they have to use replicator rations. And so, what's the deal with that if energy is endless? And so they have to but they still have to go to the truck stop in every once in a while. It's just strange. It's not very consistent in that regard.
No, it wasn't. I mean, I would have loved to have seen them encounter stations like Enterprise encounter in one of its episodes, where they encounter a station and you see that it has replicators, it's able to replicate torpedoes and repair damage. It would have been better for Voyager to encounter something like that, because at least then it would have given the show a reason as to why the torpedoes are restocked. You know, as far as
Mhm.
full damage that you could have seen on the ship would have been repaired. I think that would have been far better.
Definitely.
I agree. It
But
was
does
still an
anyone
okay episode.
but does anyone else have anything they'd like to add about this episode or the series in general?
No, it's just it sucks that we don't get stuff like that anymore, but I can appreciate it for what it is.
Right. I think Steven said it best. Yep. No, it's you look at this older stuff now, Mike, and you say it seems like a gem compared to a lot of stuff we get now. Because once again, as we've talked about 1,000 times, it seems they keep missing the point of these stories and little details and stuff. And you have these directors and writers, especially, that just other people, they don't care about these things like they should. And then you have fans who are like this too. They don't care about it. That's not good.
No, it's not, but it's important for those of us who talk about this stuff to emphasize why people should watch it. You know, not
Exactly.
just watch this stream, but watch other streams that talk about Star Trek. Whether you do it in chronological order, like how I like to do it for this show, one specific episode every 2 weeks, showcase why Star Trek is still important. and why it could still be a good show.
All right, I don't
But
know. I had fun.
yeah, this was a lot of fun. And,
Mhm.
doing this is a lot of fun. And asking a guest to come up with the episode they want to talk about, or there's a particular episode like tonight's episode that I think we should talk about, especially with it being 30th anniversary of Voyager. Who was concerned?
Did
We're
Paramount
getting
even do anything for the anniversary, or
Oh,
just do the anniversary for Star Trek?
I haven't seen anything in regards to Voyager's 30th anniversary.
I don't think they did. No,
They
they
don't
didn't.
care.
No. They haven't cared in a long time.
It's really
At least they didn't really even have a Star Trek Day very much. They did. They released the con audio drama.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's about all they did.
but let's face it,
Oh
that
wait,
audio.
I forgot. Also, Star Trek Babies. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're. That, but there is something that's coming out, and it's related to Voyager, and I'll bring it up on Steam real quick. I'm just waiting for it to load. Let me go to my wish list here. I'll share it on screen, and
Did everything just go quiet?
Yes, it did. Retsnom in the chat says, "I do miss 90s sci-fi, as I don't think there was a time where there were so many shows on the air." Yeah,
quality shows.
right.
HGTV
Aside from
shows.
Star Trek, definitely.
Mhm.
second.
We were very spoiled with science fiction at
We
that
were
point.
spoiled with a lot of stuff, yeah. Science fiction included. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Here, double audio one. But this is a new Voyager game coming out eventually.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Uh-oh, I'm hearing myself.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's gonna be double audio.
I wish we
But
could get something like Elite Force again, Mike, but I guess Resurgence is somewhat the close.
might be able to get another lead from what the premise of this game is. That you go through different missions, different episodes of the show. You can actually change what happens.
Yeah, whoever said earlier justice for Tuvix, you could decide that. Whoever, yeah.
Oh, that doesn't have a release date yet. But it is something to look forward to, and who knows, it might be halfway decent.
There's
Maybe. What seems like you could rewrite the episodes is what you're saying.
Hmm. Yeah, that's one of the things you can do in the game, which would be interesting. I mean, two things: do you keep them together
Eh,
or do you
I
separate
still,
them?
I still want Tuvok back, so gotta do what you gotta do.
But you would still keep it in line with how the episode actually played out.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Well, before we wrap up here,
I actually would
anybody?
like that for. I'd like that for TNG because Hugh would need to be programmed to actually destroy the Borg, and we'd get rid of that problem a lot quicker.
They tried that with the sleep command. It didn't work. That's why he was like the way he was. That's why he had animosity to
No, it
him.
would have worked. Picard decided not to do it, not to infect the Borg.
Yeah, but they put the sleep command. But But didn't they also give them the ability of having identity? And Hugh, since Hugh rejoined, his
Yes,
identity
yes,
traveled
yeah.
through and still
That was
Yeah,
talked.
that was
yes,
in Ibor.
yes.
Yeah, I hear.
Yes, that was cute. That was a good thing. That was one good thing that happened, but it wasn't as good as actually destroying the Borg. It was something that infected the Borg, and it's one of the reasons why I think they started having a queen is because they were infected with individuality. But it could have been better. And then I guess we wouldn't have first contact though. Then. If the Borg were defeated sooner.
Oh, there wouldn't have been any first contact.
Yeah, yeah, if Picard were responsible and actually destroyed the Borg when he had the chance, but he decided not to. It's just, just a little problem there. But I guess they wanted to keep their big villain.
So before we wrap up here, would anybody like to go ahead and promote themselves?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Yes, I do have a channel. Same name, Anti-Derivative Joe, if you want to come hang out. I talk about science fiction and stuff and other things and play games and just hang out in general sometimes. You never know what's going to happen. Tuesdays and Fridays, 11 a.m. Central, and then Saturday nights I do stuff and lots of fun stuff happens at other times. You don't know what's going to happen. So check me out.
I'm putting the link
Thank you.
location.
Yeah, I'll actually be streaming in a couple hours now. Just just talking a little bit about a Quantum Leap episode. Somebody was mentioning that here.
Yeah, I had fun, Mike. Thanks for letting me come on.
Oh, not a problem, Steve. Not a problem. Doing stuff like this, it's just relaxing because you get to sit around with a group of friends, talk about good Star Trek.
Yeah, that works too.
Go ahead and grab
Yeah, it
your
was a
link,
fun
Steve.
episode.
No. No. Yeah, Ash, are you alive? You're not saying anything. Stop playing video games.
I'm just listening to you guys.
You're playing video games, aren't you?
No,
He,
actually, I'm
he,
not.
he does this a lot, Steve.
I like to
Even
listen.
during Pop Talk.
It's good to listen. So,
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody taking the time out of their Saturday night
I
to
had no
join the
choice.
panel and
I had no
also
choice.
come by and
I
watch.
had no choice.
I know you. Yeah, ordered.
Motherfucking
Yeah.
Amazon got you.
Yeah. You ordered something nice for
On
your computer
oh, I
Thursday.
saw that. Yeah.
On
and
Thursday, 2-day delivery. And then I'm like, hi, I haven't seen the bar move. Oh, well, I hate to inform you. I'm like, why am I paying for 2-day? Well, nothing week. That's Then I get the email. How did we do? Well, I don't have the item. How do you think you did? Sorry. There's your story.
No, it's frustrating because
Yeah, because I can't even play games not streaming because I can't let the fucking graphics card spin up. Well, why don't you take it out, Steven? Because I need the 5070 to replay because it has exactly the same pins. I'm not switching out the modular cords and everything. You know how much fucking work that is? You know, sorry, I don't mean to blab on and on. But,
No, dude, it's fine, man. It's frustrating.
I'm not even angry.
No,
2 days not streaming, I'm going crazy.
you'll be fine.
No, I'm not fine. I am
You're
the
right, dude.
opposite of fine, bro.
You'll be all right, but
No,
you'll be okay, man.
no.
You'll be all right.
But- I know the frustration. Because
Yeah.
third order.
And they send an email. And it's like they do it after 5 p.m. You're like, sorry, it was due to delay. I'm like,
I gotta, I'm glad I got jump space. So
That's
and then
cool.
I gotta play with you guys and that. Mike and I have played already, and Baron, I haven't played with Baron yet, but Shane joined us. He joined us, and then I don't know. Are you still feeling this Marvel Rivals thing?
I haven't touched Marvel Rivals in what, 4 weeks?
Okay. Is it because Shane was
Nah.
giving the lowdown? I know other people were still playing it, so
I'm not sick of the game. I'm just sick of the environment.
you're
the
sick
game
of the
causes.
environment, man.
No, I'm sick of the environment the game
Yeah.
causes. There's
Yeah,
different.
of course. But it's also when you're playing a multiplayer game with people that just don't care about teamwork at all, it's frustrating. Even if one person doesn't care, it hurts the whole team. So it's very frustrating.
But again, I appreciate everybody for being here. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Anti-Derivative Joe. Please follow that Steven over on Rumble. Cash, what do you have coming up on the Phantom Hooligans?
I ran an
Well-
erection.
Well, we got to once Baron gets everything settled. I'm sorry he has any internet issues, but we got to fight for the Emperor. So in Space Marine 2, and if other people want to join, they're welcome to. As long as they.
I don't have a graphics card.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you played Space Marine 2 yet, Steven?
I played it when it came out, but
Oh,
I don't have a graphics.
I know.
But
you
I
will.
am selling a slightly used 1660 6GB and a 3060 12GB. Come
Yeah.
on down to Fat Stevens Emporium. I'm taking over the channel. You garbage.
But yeah, so
There's
that's
no
yeah. So yeah, that's what's going to be going on, and we'll have to talk about that. And then we got to get Cranky Old Fans started up again. But as long as Baron, I don't know what's going on, Mike. This has been, I'm sure he'll get it fixed, but reminds me some of the problems that I've had with Spectrum in the past. For that time,
Problems that I've had too.
yeah. Yeah. And then, but I think Amazon is going to come through for Steven. I do believe that.
Dude,
They better.
Dude, I just want to stream.
I know,
beta,
dude.
You know how it's so weird. It's not even if it wasn't streaming, I can't even play Destiny Rising. Do you know what I was doing? I'm sitting on the tablet going, why didn't I Bluetooth the controller? You know, weird it is sliding my thumb over the screen to turn my head.
Right.
So no, it's all good, man. But no, I that's why I jumped on here. It's like, all right, Star Trek. Let's see what it is. It's like
Right.
I still watch, but usually I don't. I usually stream at night, right? So I don't get to pop on these things.
Right. Well, that's fine, dude.
I don't like half the people I stream with, but that's different. So no.
Well,
No,
right.
I can
Well,
stream
right. Well, I'm gonna have to join you for
Oh,
Jump Space, and
okay. We'll have to figure that out.
we'll talk about that. I like that you want people to ask first before, even if they're friends to.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes.
Oh yeah.
I want
Because
collab.
especially if you're doing collabs with different
Yes.
people, you want to make
Right.
sure
Exactly.
everyone can get along and not just jumping in.
Right.
But yeah, it's not an insult, man.
No, not at all, dude. I'm
I
glad
did the same during Fortnite.
I I do that myself, man. I agree. Yeah, you're still playing Fortnite? You still having fun with that, or
You kick him from the
Yep,
panel.
I'll beam him out.
No, I'm kidding, but
No, I haven't. No, thank you, God. No, I haven't. Bring it back. Bring it back. I feel bad. Bring it back.
All right.
Mike, you jackass. But anyways,
Or Steven. No, it was my first time actually streaming with Jill. I don't know if this is really considered streaming, but nice to meet you, Jill.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Andy.
Thank you.
Lord.
It's actually Fat Steven.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm Fat
okay.
Steven. Yeah.
Fat
That's why everyone's
Steven.
calling me Steven. Yeah, the teeth give it away, right? It's the teeth.
Oh man.
I had no, I didn't know.
You didn't know? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Andy, Lord of Sarcasm, is the shit I use on vac tube. So yeah, this is the face of Pooh after taking a THC gummy bear. I saw the chart.
I was wondering what the problem was, and his hair also.
Oh, the hair was added extra because it's someone else we know. That's Arwen's hair.
I
Because
figured.
Arwen has gummies. There was a chart of Pooh Bear where it shows people who smoke, people who vape, and people who take edibles. So it had the guy in the vape in a tuxedo, and underneath it had that Pooh Bear with the teeth and the troll for gummies. So it was like an inside joke.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Arwen Avalon?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
But everybody, I appreciate you all being here tonight, and I hope you're able to join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for Pacific 4 and 4 Pop Talk.
Called it, you fat fuck. Of course, Rat. Of course. I'm not going to give it away. Yeah, right. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I do want to thank Tim for being here. I also want to thank Steven for being here. Admiral, Lady Miss, thank you for being here. We also had Redstone here. Pat Wannabe was here. Let me make sure I got everybody. Of course, Bill, thank you for being here as well.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
Appreciate you taking time out of your Saturday to join the stream. And
I hope you guys figure out all your technical difficulties because you have something really cool to say. And I like that you want to share old Star Trek and, like you were saying before, how Star Trek is still very meaningful because, well, Star Trek's supposed to be inspiring and to tell us, you know, how humanity is going to be, and not like New Trek, which tells us how humanity currently is. And so we've got to remind people what real Star Trek is.
Way to put it. I agree.
But everybody, thank you. I hope you all have a great night. And as always, live long and prosper.
Yay! Yeah.